Well, Coach, third time proved to be the charm with this getting to the GAC tournament finals. Talk about the victory today.
We started off just kind of got in a little bit of a hole, but I mean that's happened a few times with us. I really like our team's mentality when that kind of stuff happens. We don't panic. I thought we did a good job of just getting stops once that took place and allowed us to kind of chip away at that lead that they built up. And Tech came out with very aggressive on the defensive end. And I think that both teams are pretty solid defensively. I mean, I think we put a lot of emphasis on getting stops, and that's the way the game was kind of played until we hit a couple of threes. And when Tab hit 2 threes there in the second half, it just kind of opened up the paint for us, and we were able to get to the basket a few times, got to the free throw line a few times. There wasn't a whole lot of fouls called in the game, but the fouls that we were they were fouling us on shots. We were getting free throws out of them. It wasn't bonus fouls that we take it out of bounds. So in the first half, I think it was 6-2 on fouls, which basically is neither team's in bonus, but we shot 8 free throws. And anytime that's happening, we're being aggressive. And I think the second half was even more so that way. We did a good job of just taking lanes to the basket and forcing the issue a little bit. We got to the line with 22 or 25 from the line. That's a huge number in a championship game.
Mike.
Coach, you shot 28% in the first half on the field, 59% in the second half. You only took 22 shots. Was the emphasis at halftime to look for the good shot and then to pound the ball, look to pound the ball?
Yeah, I mean we always go through aerial and through our post players. Basically first, even though all of our girls have a green light, and we'll let them shoot it anytime they want to. But I think that we did a good job of just being patient. We always feel like if we can get the ball side to side, we don't always do a great job of it, but if we can get the ball side to side, get it reversed, that the defense isn't as strong, and especially the help on the post isn't going to be as aggressive. And I think that happened a little bit in the second half to where we got some openings. Ariel was able to breathe a little bit, and then it opened up for other people just to get cuts to the basket and get some driving lanes to the basket. So when you do that, you also run some time off the clock, not on purpose, but that limits your possessions a little.
Ariel, that Tech defense in the first half, looked like you probably felt like you had 3 people on you the whole time. Just talk about what they brought to the defensively and how it changed second half.
Same thing happened at their place. I felt a lot more pressure in the first half than I did the second half, just like you talked about. The difference was I felt like my teammates started cutting and making some really good cuts and decisions. I sometimes put them in questionable decisions with passes, but they caught, they made easy buckets, and I mean we're all fine with that kind of playing, with them giving more attention to the post players, because that just opens up the rest of the floor. Don't always make the best decisions out of it, but when we do, uncontested layups, and we'll take that anytime.
Sydney, it was a physical game, and there's a little evidence of that. It was pretty physical out there, and you took a seat near the end of the first half, but you came back out in the second half and had a huge game. Can you talk about what that was about and how that felt?
Well, I was setting the screen, I got hit in the eye, and my eye started swelling shut, so Ronnie got me out, and we were trying to ice it, but I knew I had to just bow up and go back out there for my team because they needed me.
Andi, good passes as always. I mean, 7 assists, 13 of 13 from the free throw line, and tough play. I know that it's always 100% effort when you go out there. Talk about what that means in the championship game.
Well, thank you, first off. But it was about time I made some free throws because I've been letting the team down on that, for sure. But just coming into this game, being a championship game, playing Tech, I know as Harding we have a lot of history with Tech because they got a good ball team, great ball team, and it could go either way anytime. And so, like Coach said, we concentrate on defense, and that's a big thing. Nothing on the offensive end matters because that's going to come if you're getting stops. And I think we had a period there where we just locked in as a team and got those stops, and that gave us confidence on the other end. So about the I'd say 10 or 8 minute mark in the second half, we just kept continually getting stops, and we had to battle for everything for those boards, and so that really helped us get open things on the offensive end because they were getting tired and we could push it and stuff. But in games like this, we always talk about effort. That's what's going to win championships. I mean, you can come out here with your skill and everything, but it's whoever wants it more. It's whoever has the most heart. And I think today our team as a whole had that heart because, I mean, we have some great seniors, and that's what we're here to play for is the team. So I think that's what helped us.
Question. They, in the first half, they had just gone up 15-20 and had hit a 3-pointer went 15-20. You guys called timeout. Coming out of the timeout, I'm sorry. My mind's gone blank. Layrock, right? Miss Layrock. You hit a reverse. You had a reverse move, made it 17-20. Then they missed. Then Manisa, right? You came down with a rebound. Is that right?
That's right.
Andy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Haney.
No, you're good.
Miss Haney, I'm sorry. You came down with a rebound, took the ball down, and then I think you passed off. You got the pass back, and then you burst to the thing and drew 2 free throws. And it's 2019. I thought that was a key point. What happened in the timeout? Is there something that you said, Coach? That
Well, you know, they took us out of our game just a little bit, really attacking. We've dealt with this all year long on how somebody's going to double team Ariel. And we've seen all kinds of, whether they come from the top or the other post, or they'll change it up throughout the half. And we just talked about being patient on it and let things come to you instead of trying to force something, because there's going to be an open shot. If they have 2 people on one, I mean, I taught math before I started coaching. If they got 2 on one, somebody's open. But sometimes, because of a little bit of panic or a little bit of impatience, we don't always see that open player. Sometimes it takes an extra pass, and I thought we did a good job in there of not thinking we have to take the shot off the first pass out of the post. We made an extra one and got a couple of layups, got a couple of easy plays off of it. So, I mean, the stuff that we say in timeouts, sometimes timeouts are too long. I run out of stuff to say. But we try to always emphasize be patient and let the open shots come because of us seeing what's available instead of just ducking our heads and going. And most of the time it works out for us, especially when you've got good passers like we do. I mean, Andy and Ariel do a great job on both ends of that. Ariel doing it from inside and Andy doing it from outside, of finding people that are available. And that was probably talked about during that timeout because we say it in almost every one of them.
Coach, defensively, you guys had a fantastic effort. We don't see zone a lot from you guys, and I know that was something that really seemed to have a positive effect in the second half. What was your kind of thinking behind that?
Well, first of all, don't tell them that we played zone because that's a dirty word at Harding. We don't do a whole lot of that, but we did it twice in this tournament. There's a couple of thoughts there. One is it's a tournament game and things may be a little bit tighter. Somebody may not shoot it quite as consistently in the tournament. But at the same time, we did it in both of the games in this tournament because their strengths were putting it on the floor and driving it. I thought we did a good job of containing Adams, and her and Pounds are as dangerous of players as we may have ever played against. I mean, they can hurt you in a lot of different ways. And the zone kind of allowed us to double when we needed to and just not show as much space. But we got 3 girls up here, and I guarantee you every one of them will agree with me on this. Montana Lewis had an incredible tournament because she was responsible for covering the girl at UAM who averages about 20 points a game and go forth at UAM, and I mean she scored 1 field goal. And then tonight she's assigned to Adams, which she has been every game, and did a great job on her. And I know 17 points, that's below our average though. We'll take that every time. I mean, she can go for 40 on you really easy. And I know they'll agree with me on this, that girl's she had a great 3 days. So the zone did help us. I think it kind of changes the flow of the game and maybe gets someone out of rhythm a little bit. So that was the main thought on that. it's also one of those that if it works, you stay in it. If it doesn't, you get out of it. So the 2 times that we've done it this year, out of 30 games or however many we've played, it didn't work, so we didn't stay in it very long. I mean, they made baskets both times we got in it, so we went back to man. But sometimes it's valuable to you because it changes the flow of the game.
Ariel, of this group, you're the only one that's been part of all 3 finals runs, and this is obviously the one that ends with a victory. What was the first moment you're going to take from this? Is it putting that T-shirt on? Is it cutting down the net? Is it the embraces as the clock hit zeros? What were your first emotions as this game went final?
First emotion was just relief. Like, finally we won it, because we were joking for the game that we're just sick of that "We Are the Champions" song. You know, I mean, you lose 2 of them like that with teams that we were young at first, but we just wanted to win it so badly. So it's good to, you know, have that song on the other side and just, but we came out with a couple seconds left and got to hug my fellow seniors and the rest of the team, and that's a moment I won't forget. Love the T-shirts and the nets and stuff, but just knowing I shared it with them, and that I'm just so proud of these younger girls too. I mean, we've talked a lot about people making big plays in big games, and we have a team full of people who can do that and who have continually done it when we needed it, from seniors to freshmen. And I think that's what makes us dangerous, and knowing that how we battled to do it means the most that it possibly could.
And y'all had a really cool moment during the award ceremony of who you visited up in the crowd. Just for those who weren't here to see it, who'd you go and find, and what does it mean to who you shared that awards with?
His name is James. He is a kid that his mom graduated from Hardy, and when we do the community service every year, we get to go bowling with the Special Olympics kids, and so we always find him and bring him to our lane no matter where he's at, and we like to give him some Harding gear. And his family's just done a really good job of, you know, supporting us. And so last year I know he had on a jersey. I don't even know how he got it, but he'll yell at us while he stands up there, make sure we see him. And we just want to give back to him because they've been incredible to us, and they mean a lot to us. And we want everyone to know that Harding's just a family, no matter where we're at, and we're everywhere, and we love each other.
Do you know his last name, by chance, James?
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I should ask one. We can find that out.
Anything more? We'll let you get back to celebrating, guys. Congrats on the victory. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's one. Oh, as far as the experience in Bartlesville, Coach, I guess this is what, 3rd time? Fourth time you've ever. What kind of memories or what kind of impression will you take from being here in Bartlesville these 4 years?
Kind of the same thing. I mean, we joke it's our second home. I feel like we've played so many games here. We have people who are sponsor us that come in, they're Harding graduates. We go to church with them on Sunday when we're lucky enough to make it to the finals. Give us welcome bags. They take care of us every time they open the door. It's with a smile and a good luck and a, thank you for coming and being a part of this. And I love being in Bartlesville, and they've just been incredible to us and to all the teams. And it really is amazing how the community comes together for this tournament and makes everyone feel welcome. And it's been a really good experience because of that. And I hope it stays in Bartlesville for a long time, because I think that's where people are going to get the best experience they can with this.
Enjoy it, girls. Enjoy the NCAA tournament.
Thank you so much.